But if you guys can hear me okay, just give me a hey Dan in the chat box so I know that you guys are watching here. It's super awesome to see you guys. Crit Cat, hello, how's it going? Good to have you here. Amazing. So I hope you guys are all having a fantastic Friday. Just killing it as usual, guys. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for joining the stream. I'm just waiting for a lot of people to get the alerts that we're doing the live right now, so that we can, we can get going in just a few short minutes. So just hold on to your horses, people. I hear you, Dan. Hey, how's it going? Cool, awesome. Hi guys. Hello, Amber, Elizabeth. You guys are amazing. Hello. Hi guys. Cool. Hope you guys can hear me okay. Thanks, Doc. Dan. I'm from Beeville, New York. Ooh, cool. I'm all the way in Wales right now. Hello there, John Wilkinson. How's it going, John Wilkinson? I know a guy called John Wilkinson, actually. Laura, hey, how's it going? Hello, Dan. Hello, Ellen Mills. How are you? Dakota North. That's a cool name. Trans Day of Remembrance. Cool. Guys, it's so awesome to have you all here. I'm loving this. Hey, how's it going? And it's really special because today I'm doing something completely that I've not done before. This is brand new kind of stuff I wanted to do. Hey, from Scotland. Oh, you guys are amazing. I'm loving having all you guys here. I love your videos so much. Oh, awesome. So you must. I'm hopefully that you guys are going to enjoy this. We're doing some specific kind of web class for you guys today because I wanted to do this for a long time. I've been planning this for ages, and I'm just super happy that I get to do this stuff with you guys. So I'm here to give you guys value, and if I can do that, if I can complete that today, it's going to be absolutely amazing. So just going to get started here in just a few moments. Hey, thank you so much for this page. Oh, you're more than welcome. I have autistic 15-year-old son. Oh, this is gonna be perfect for you, Sarah. Oh, Sarah, sorry. This is gonna be perfect for you, and hopefully you're gonna get so much from this. So this webinar, this web class is kind of geared towards parents and caregivers, but also autistic people. If you're watching this and you're autistic, then you're gonna be able to get the same kind of you'll be able to get the same kind of value out of this. The lessons I'm teaching in this will help. So. Right, let's get started. Are you guys ready? We're gonna get started with this awesome web class. Give me a heck yeah in the chat. Give me a heck yeah if you guys are pumped and ready to start. I'm so excited. Some heck yes is coming in. It's so awesome. Okay, cool. So let's do this one. Your channel has been so educational to me. That's amazing, Laura. I'm so happy. How come your channel says your video will be live at 3:10? I have no idea. Heck yeah. Yeah, heck yeah. This is awesome. Okay, guys, awesome. I'm just gonna check, make sure that the the stream is working on my YouTube channel, and then we're gonna. Yeah, it is working. No, it's right. It's working. Heck yeah, you guys are amazing. Okay, let's get started. Okay, so this is understanding autism, 3 essential strategies. Now, this is how to better understand and communicate with autistic people without being held hostage by the medical industry, right? How many people can kind of like agree here that that's a very fitting statement, right? So that's what today's webinar is all about. It's amazing. I'm very excited to get to do all of this with you guys, and yeah, we're gonna have a lot of fun. So let's get started. Okay. So now I'm guessing, like, for a lot of you guys, this is probably not your first webinar. And the first thing that I want to mention is that if you've failed at trying to understand and communicate better with your autistic kid or your partner in the past or whatever, it's not your fault, right? There's a lot of information out there, and it can be very confusing. Many times, the information overloads can keep you from succeeding. And that's okay. I just want you to know that's okay, because that's how it is sometimes. And if you have been concerned in the past that you just can succeed with understanding and communicating with your autistic kid, and you can get all frustrated, like you can't seem to get it, I just want you to know that I can put all those fears to rest. You can do this. You just need the right person to help explain it to you. You know, there's always going to be ups and downs with everything, but I'm here to help you guys, and I want the best for you. The big corporations want you to think that you need lots of therapy, you need lots of internal courses and some fancy degree to be really successful at this. And I'm here to tell you guys that they are wrong. You know, they have their own reasons for wanting you to think that, but it's simply just not true, right? So yeah, just bear that in mind. So if you've ever thought that the therapists and the medical model are not really helping, you're probably right. There's no big conspiracy, but they don't benefit from you succeeding beyond them, you know, in that kind of way to speak. They want to keep you in this kind of loop and in need of them. The difference with me is that I actually care about you and I want you to succeed, and I truly want to see you living your best life. So this is why I'm here. I know that you have dreams to change your kid's life and to better life and conditions for everybody, and that impact, and I want to show you that how you can make that happen during this webinar, and it's going to be possible. So this is going to be amazing for you. And I just want to say, guys, that when you start any kind of online kind of advocacy or anything that you're trying to help people, the core value is you ask your question, why? Why did you start this? And my why is I don't want anybody to feel alone. Mums, dads, anybody, people on the spectrum. I don't want them to feel alone. I want you to know that you're here. I'm here for you, and we can do this together. Right then, so let's get started, guys. Oh, this is a good one. So my goal for this presentation is to help two types of people, right? So for those of you who are beginners in this journey, you'll get the understanding and communication strategies that you definitely need, right? But for more experienced people who've kind of been through the old types of systems, you'll get a new angle at understanding the understanding of these communication strategies. So it's going to be super, super awesome for everybody, really. So bear that in mind. It's going to be super awesome. Right, let's get on to the next slide. It's a cool picture, isn't it? Right then. I'm going to teach you parents and caregivers how to better understand and communicate with their autistic children or cared for people and understand autism from an autistic person's point of view. So in the next 30 minutes, my goal is to get you to know that my strategy is key to unlocking the issues that you have with understanding and communicating better with people on the autism spectrum. And I'm going to show you my proprietary framework that will make it simple for you to achieve those results, right? So are you guys ready? Yeah, you guys ready? I need to yeah, heck yeah, I'm ready. I need people to let me know you're ready, guys. Let me know you're ready. Cool. I'm just gonna take a sip of water. So nice to see all you guys talking in here as well. Random nothingness. This is gonna be perfect for you. This is gonna be amazing for you. I know that you're gonna get so much value from this. Alrighty, Roo. Okay then. So in the past 3 years, I've had an amazing opportunity and the chance to talk at places like VidCon and MIT and even CNN, all because of the strategy I've created for helping people just like you, right? And I've been able to help other people to really connect with their kids or their loved ones just from meeting me at events. But I wasn't always that way. You know, in fact, just a few short years ago, I was just like where you are now. You know, it's no... It's not something that just happened kind of overnight, right? So there's a picture of me. So I was first diagnosed with autism at the age of 26 years old. But as we all know, you know, it's a lifelong condition. So up until that point, I've been struggling my entire life. Like literally felt like nobody knew me. And I was like, no one is on the same level as me. You know, I just felt like so bad about it, and I wanted to be understood. I just wanted to not worry about all of the time that when I'm, you know, worrying about when I'm going to be out and about and I'm getting bumps in the road and it's going to cause a meltdown and all this kind of stuff. And, you know, it was just very difficult. And I was just starting my course at this time, actually, in science to become a chemist. And in college, it was super difficult because of the socializing and understanding chaotic schedules of classes and all that rubbish that comes with schooling, right? So difficult. I just needed a way of making sure that I was communicating to the lecturers and also a system to help me with my learning styles, right? That's what I was looking for at the time. And so looking to the professionals for help, all that was available was the same old medical model, right? And we were just talking about that in the chat. The same old medical model, you know, therapy given by people who are not on the autism spectrum and were really out of touch with the condition itself. I mean, it's ludicrous, isn't it? And this is when I realized the problem with the current model, right, was is that like it was no good, as the teaching and the practices came from people who are not even on the autism spectrum, but just people who studied it. This was the key. They don't live with it. They weren't living with it day in, day out, right? And I got to salute the parents and the caregivers and the people who are living day in, day out. You know, it's difficult for them. And so it's really, really difficult. So the more money and time I spent with the non-autistic professionals, the more it was not working, right? And it kept me from my potential. In my mind, it was keeping me from my potential. And I felt like I was just at a loss, you know, no options available. I was never going to feel like I could get help or live a happier life. And this is kind of key why I wanted to do this stuff with you today, right? So then at my most low moment, I decided to go on YouTube and have a look and to see if anyone else had the same issues. And to my amazement, actually, there was a handful of people there talking about the condition, but no solutions. And I was like, well, what? So I had this thought that if I could have gone 26 years with an autism spectrum condition with no outside help, there must be some value in what I can offer the world and make better video. That was the ones I was watching that was currently on YouTube. So I was going to come up with that kind of strategy. I listed out everything that I've ever had issues with and how I overcame it, and applied some of these to people who reached out to me, and then I got them results that helped them too. So when applying the same strategies to the people who contacted me to find help, the strategies helped them improve their issues almost like overnight. The achievements I gained from this is the ability to start my own job, which is cool, right? So working for myself and becoming independent as possible, which we all want for our children and everything. But in turn, this helped my mental health and my confidence to like no end. So, oh, hey, Angela, that's awesome. So what was even cooler than that is I have been able to take my experience and everything I've learned to make a strategy to help other people all around the world to improve their lives, right? So that's kind of what we're doing. So here we go. Let's go through it. This is what we're going to go through, covering in the next 30 minutes or so, right? So we've got strategy 1, which is communication hacking, how to communicate effectively to your autistic child, no matter what level of support needs they have. Strategy 2 is fast understanding hacks, how to understand information your autistic child needs you to know within 10 minutes or less, which is like super cool. And then strategy 3, which is basically child's happiness hack, how you can effectively impact your child's life and increase happiness whilst also learning and developing new coping skills. This is cool. Hope you guys are ready. You guys stoked? Come on, let me know. You guys ready for this? We're going to get into it right now. We're going to dive right in. So I'm so excited. Thank you so much, guys, for all your support constantly. So strategy 1, communication hack. How do you communicate effectively to your autistic child, no matter what the level of support needs? So this is the first one we're going to go over right now, which is super amazing. So we're going to talk about the framework. So remember earlier, I was telling you guys about the framework I developed, and that helps me overcome my issues and communicate better. So take out your pen and your paper, or get ready to take notes down on whatever gadget you have with you. I'm going to walk you through this framework, and I call it the effective communication hacking. Okay, so you guys ready? You got your pen and paper or your notes? Get out your iPhone or whatever it is you guys use for notes taking. Get it going. Okay, so let's move on. Okay, we're all ready. You guys are amazing. Love you so much. Okay, here we go. Okay, so I really wanted to help. Sorry, I'm just trying to get my notes ready here. Sorry. I really want to help, to overcome issues that my parents and my autism kind of presented as I was, and how I knew it to be as a benefit to anyone who could listen, right? So basically, I wanted to overcome an issue that was caused by autism, and then I would be able to help other people benefit from that if they were able to listen. So thinking back to when I was like at university and trying to learn maths, I realized that my learning type was way more visual than like a written, like everybody else. And I actually used Lego bricks, like drawn out Lego bricks, right? Pictures to learn mathematics. So noting that not everything can be taught the same way or understood the same was definitely eye-opening to me. So I sat and I thought outside of the box with everything that I remembered that I've seen and learned about communication and what helped me the most when trying to communicate to, with my partner and my friends. So I tested out some of these ideas, right, that I had based around visual learning, and it blew me away with the ease of communication that was applied when I used images, right? So in the summer of 2018, I was talking at an event about autism, and as I sat backstage, there was an occupational therapist talking about sensory issues and how it connects everything to do with how we wake our muscles up and all this kind of stuff. Initially, I started handing out like PDF guides that didn't really help because they were not they're not visual enough they weren't visual enough to be needed. So this got me thinking that everything with autism has to be unique at its core that causes certain triggers and issues. Like the occupational therapist was saying about sensory issues having different roots, right? This is the kind of premise of her kind of presentation of what was going on. So this is how to communicate effectively. Step one is have a communication topic. Obviously, it's a natural given. And then step two is to write down a storyboard. This is very, very important. This is crucial. So make sure you're writing this down, guys. I can see you guys slacking off. You better be writing down. I'm watching you, Robert. Sarah, I'm watching you. Step three is to create a visual storyboard. And then step four is to present that board to the person that you're trying to communicate with. So that's how we do it, right? So when I was able to do this via text messaging and emails, my communication efficiency boosted by like 100%, right? So showing this strategy to parents and caregivers and autistic people who are struggling to do this got amazing feedback. How are we doing? You guys, I love it. So let's go through the strategy. So we've already covered the framework. So the strategy is basically this, step one, I hope you guys better be writing this stuff down. I like the penned emojis. You guys are amazing. So step one is know what you want to say. So make sure that you know what the outcomes that you want from this type of communication. So know what you want from this, right? Then step two is to create a storyboard, make a storyboard in steps. And then step three, create a visual storyboard using images. You can use pictures or drawings or whatever you feel necessary. And then step four is present that communication in a timely format. Like you need to present it into a timely format. So thank you so much. That's awesome. So this is how that was that one. Okay. So if we look at some case studies, I hope if you guys have written all this down, I'm good to move on. You guys are cracking me up, right? You guys crack me up. Okay, so let's move on. So this is some case studies, right? So these people have, this strategy worked for just not only parents and caregivers, but also autistic people as well, and even autistic people who are parents, which is what I found very, very interesting and like the most compelling thing I found about this, right? So like you can see here from this first person said like, thank you for doing this. My children were recently diagnosed and the doctor had much negativity and how they could get along in later in life and the 13 and 14. But the premise of this is your videos have helped me tremendously to be able to help them. Thank you, which is like my main goal here, right? And then the next one here, the person said, like, I just want to say thank you. Your videos have taught me a lot about myself and led me to that, oh, that's why I do that kind of moments, right? So this is what we're doing here. We're kind of like, yeah, we're kind of going through all of this together. So let's move on. So I know you guys are tired and there's all stuff going on. So here we go. So when I was in university, I realized that I was sucking badly at mathematics, and I was actually it was getting me down a lot. It was like making me feel really, really down. And I had issues trying to understand how I was being taught. Then I realized that if I used pictures or Lego, or even Lego itself, like pictures of Lego or Lego itself, I could understand maths of what I was doing or what was going on in that situation. So communication isn't really a set standard of spectrum on the spectrum of ideas. No matter what the severity of support needs are of your autistic child or autistic person or whatever you're dealing with, this strategy actually works and covers all of them because it's visual based and it covers the entire spectrum. Okay, let's move on. So number two, fast understanding. This one's awesome. This is strategy number two, fast understanding. So how to understand the information your autistic child needs you to know in 10 minutes or less. This framework is called Understanding Hack, right? This is a good one. I just love teaching you guys stuff. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for being here right now. It's awesome. So let's go through it. Look at me with long hair. Goodness me. When my girlfriend and I would be talking, I would be zoning out, right? And she would be in the middle of saying something that she was doing, right? And then we would never be able to communicate effectively. And this was a constant issue when I was trying to talk about things that were really serious. Me being a lover of technology, I decided to text each other so that I could actually get what she was asking me to my level of understanding, and it worked a treat. So she was trying to talk about serious stuff, and I was trying to talk about serious stuff. But because I was kind of like ADHD and Asperger's was making me kind of like, zone out and do other things, I decided to text, and the texting worked so well. This was exactly the issue parents were having with their kids when I was like studying this, right? And everyone who was trying to understand someone on the spectrum, they were not looking in the correct places. This is one of the big issues here. So let's go through this framework really quickly. So the framework was step 1, to identify the need. Step 2 is to stop everything you're doing and focus. Step 3 is to join the current activity they're doing. And then step 4 is to listen to what they ask, which is super, super interesting, right? If anyone's just joining us, hopefully you can watch this on the replay. It's going to be super awesome. The replay will only be up for 24 hours, I think, or maybe, I don't know, we'll see. So let's go through the strategy. So the strategy is simple. Step 1 is identify the need. Look at what the needs of the situation are, right? And then step 2 is to stop everything you're doing and focus. Lots of parents and partners and caregivers are sometimes so preoccupied doing other tasks, they're not really focusing on the thing that's at hand. Like, oh yeah, honey, I'll be there now. I'm just doing this. I just, doing this myself. Yeah, sorry, this is a bit fast for myself. I'll watch later in pieces. Thank you for posting though. Okay, Nancy, no problem. That's absolutely fine. You can watch this back. It's absolutely fine. And then step 3 is to join in the current activity they're doing. So getting on the same level as the person that you are trying to communicate with, and then getting down to their level and kind of like merging with them. So step 4 is to listen to what they ask, focus and listen to what they say. It was the breakthrough. This absolutely works tremendously. So if we go through this right now and look at a case study where this one has worked, this is a case study where somebody said, I think you're amazing for all the work that you do. It has really helped me better understand myself and the world around me, so thank you. So this is where it's worked for this person. And then the second person here, Nina, thank you for all that you do, shared. You give us better resources and any tips than any professional we've ever seen. You're saving our household. And it's all about that. It's all about helping people. It's all about saving households. It's all about saving people. It's like, I'm doing my best for you guys, and I want to be there for you guys. Here you go, guys. Here's a blast from the past. So I remember starting up my YouTube channel, right? And I would listen to all these so-called YouTube gurus to tell me how to grow my channel and how, and the understanding what I was doing to try and better my kind of YouTube channel. And after implementing their ideas, nothing seemed to work, and it didn't really help at all. But then all they had on their channels was no subscribers. They might have 10 or 15 subscribers on the channels. And I thought to myself, left me thinking, well, I need to find people who've done this with proof. I know. And then I found a guy actually who was living proof of this. And then I implemented his strategies. He had 100,000 subscribers. And then I implemented his strategies, and then my channel boomed. So, I could have easily just given up after kind of trying the first 5 or 6 people I came across. And then it just kind of, fizzled out or whatever. I could have just easily given up. But actually taking a step back and checking out the tips and hacks that the other guy did, I would have never found one that worked if I'd have just backed out in the first place, and I never got to the new one. I would have just backed out. So it's always about trying. Don't just give up because something didn't go right the first time. It's always about trying and get the right fit for you. So here we go. This is number 3, strategy number 3, your happiness and your child's happiness, right? So how you can effectively impact your child's life and increase happiness while also learning and developing new coping skills. This framework is called the key to happiness. Kind of cheesy, but that's me. It ain't easy being cheesy. There is a saying I love to hear that went like this. It says that happiness is like a butterfly. The more you chase it, the more it will elude you. But busy yourself with other things and it will come and rest upon your shoulder. And this is perfect for what this strategy is all about. You see, parents always try to make their kids happy, or, you in your day-to-day life try to make it happiest you can. And so you're busy caring for your child or for your needs, and you're worried about making time for happiness. And as it's a huge part of anyone's commitment, happiness is trying to find that kind of everyone's chasing happiness, if so to speak, and so I figured out there's got to be a hack to this, right? There's got to be a hack to making happiness for your child and for you. So this is the framework here, guys. So make sure you got your pen and paper ready. Step 1 is noise blocker. Step 2 is listen and learn. Step 3 is try, and then step 4 is listen and pivot. Okay, so you guys write that down, and then we're going to get into the actual strategy. Hold on, my dog is whinging. Randy, come here, come on. See, dogs. Never work with dogs and children, but this isn't live TV. This is just YouTube, so on Facebook. But right then, Okay, guys, so the strategy, here we go. Okay, so step one is to block out the noise and just focus on the task at hand. People listen to outside information that holds no weight at all, like doctors and people who are not autistic telling you about a condition of your kids that they don't even have, right? So step two is to directly listen to what your needs or your kids' needs are. As you do this, note down what triggers and changes are happening, right? Check this out. So step three is to try and improve the environment. If you've noticed that a certain environment or outside source triggered you or your kid, then move away from that. Like you move away from the pain and towards happiness. So step four is to listen again and move again. So once you start implementing new strategies away from pain and towards pleasure, note what works and what doesn't work, obviously, and then tweak it and pivot as you go. This will keep you learning effortlessly and improve the conditions as you're building this deeper connection. Because what you're doing is you're starting to learn, pivot, and backwards and forwards like a ping pong game gets you to be the best. Practice makes progress. And that is exactly what I'm trying to get across here. So let's look at another little bit of a case study here. This one's really cool. So Steve says, your videos are really insightful as a parent with 2 kids, ADHD, and one's on the spectrum. Excuse me. It gives us a look through the window type scenario to experience what they are going through, which is exactly what we're trying to do here. And then Gyla says, you've taught me a lot more in 1 year than my psychiatrist could teach me in 45 years. You don't have a doctorate in psychology or sociology. You should consider it. You're awesome. Thank you. I mean, that's just lovely. That's such a lovely comment. So yeah. Yeah, people do the smell of people. What's an interesting concept. Thank you so much for writing that down. Okay, guys. Let's move on. So, I used to have a huge dilemma in my life, actually, and it's my career/life. Like, I wanted to work out and keep fit and healthy and stay in shape, but then I also wanted to learn new things and train myself. Like anybody in any kind of career wants to learn, right? They need to train themselves. So I had 2 choices, really. Like, I had, and I kind of felt stuck. I either had to work out and not learn anything, because the time I wanted to work out would have been the time that I used to learn stuff. Then I'd get unhealthy. So then I discovered that, I thought, well, if I worked out, then I wouldn't have any time to expand my business, right? So I discovered audiobooks where I could listen whilst I was running and working out. So I was listening and learning whilst I was working out. And so this kind of covered both angles. I could work out, as you see me here in a sweatband, and then I could eventually train myself to do things amazing, like talking at VidCon with Jarvis Johnson there and Katie Morton and Jess from How to ADHD, which I'm sitting next to on the stage. So okay, cool. So here's a question, right? So let me ask you this question. If you followed what I've just showed you in strategy number 1 and found that you can communicate efficiently, then you did what I showed you in the strategy number 2, and you used the understanding method, and then you used the strategies in number 3 to improve the conditions and learn at the same time, and you were learning at the same time. Do you think that this would be an achievement for you? Like, if you learned everything that we just went through right now, would this be an achievement for you? Yes or no? Let me know. Yes or no? Let me know in the chat right now. Just give me a yes if you think this would be an achievement, and let me know if it wouldn't be an achievement, right? Because if you implemented just strategy number 1, then strategy number 2, and then strategy number 3 to cover all of those angles, would it be an achievement? I can see y'all's in the chat. Yeah, thumbs up, of course. That's exactly right. Yeah, of course. So, you guys are amazing. Yeah. See? Oh, yeah, definitely, 100%. Okay, well, I'm glad, because now you have that. You have that in your arsenal, which is going to be amazing. So here's a picture for you guys. So let me ask you a okay? Who's excited about the awesome strategies that we just covered? Who's excited about it? I'm excited about it. I'm excited you guys know all the stuff that I was just teaching you. I'm very excited about it. So who's excited to implement all of these things in their life with their kids or their partners or just themselves if they are? All of these things are definitely going to help you guys, and I'm excited for it, right? I'm excited for you guys. It's going to be amazing. So look at this guy in this picture. Here is how it feels trying to tell you guys everything you need to know to get 100% results in like 30 minutes or whatever it is we've been on, right? and I tried to cover as much as possible to help you as much as I can. And I did create a special package for those of you who are ready to move forward and want to implement this new opportunity, right? So is it okay with you if I spend the next 10 minutes going over a very special offer I've created to help you implement how to communicate and increase your understanding of autism for life-changing results? You know, let me know. Is that okay? Would you be okay if I spent the next 10 minutes going over this? I know this guy's well overloaded. This is what it feels like. This is why. Thank you so much. Your kind words just actually touch my heart. It's amazing. Let me know. It's okay with you guys? Of course. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much. That's amazing. It's so nice to have your support as well. I zoned out. It's okay. But like, hey, look, if you don't want to learn this stuff, that's totally okay. You know, I already know this stuff, right? And I can leave right now. But who here wants me to spend 10 minutes going over this? You guys are saying go for it. I'm gonna go for it. Okay, let's go for it. Okay, here we go. Oh, check this bad boy out. Show the product. This is what I'm doing. I am showing this is my baby. Like, you know, when people say like, show me the thing. This is my thing. Inside Autism is my thing, right? I created a course called Inside Autism because there are far too many people struggling, just like you and how I was before taking the time to learn and develop and create tactics, just like the ones I've put into this course for you to implement with these strategies. You know, this is what happened, okay? So this is a course all about autism, right? So check this out. When you have this course, you'll be able to be on a level with autistic people or your loved one or your child or whoever it is, or yourself, if you're on the spectrum, and to better understand the personal needs of autism to you and how to improve every aspect of your life on the autism spectrum. And in fact, this will be saving you stress, worry, hassle, and in most cases, money, because you know it costs a lot to do a lot of stuff. Okay, so here's a problem solved. Okay, guys, when I was first figuring this stuff out, I ran into big roadblocks. I didn't know how to stop meltdowns, or at least, you know, lessen the impact of them. Communicate my needs to make friends and stuff was super tough. So I had to create these strategies for myself first. So check it out. When you get access to this course that I'm going to share with you in a minute, and use it, not only will you save time and money that I spent to develop it, but you'll also save what could be months, even years of wasted time and money, because, you know, you'll be doing it right the first time. You know, there's no trial period. It just works the first time, right? So this is what I've done directly for you guys here, right? So I just want to go over some issues that people may have, right? So first of all, the course is extremely easy and simple to follow with simple step-by-step guidance, right? There's nothing difficult. It is simple to follow that, you know, you can complete the entire thing in just 7 days. And there is no need for you to be like a tech wizard and anything. You can pretty much access this course on any single device you have. So you want to learn on the go? Dan's got you covered. I got you. So let's go over it. I want to show you what's in the course. This is Inside Autism, okay? So this is module 1. And let me tell you guys, when you see the word value of, this is just a value. This is not the sales price or anything, okay? This is just a value. This is what something would be valued at if I was to train it. Because I do a lot of training with governments and councils and public, you know, areas and stuff like that. But this is something very special for you guys. So I came up with this framework because I wanted to better understand my condition of living and helping other people in the process. I knew that if I could create something that worked for me, then it could help other people, right? So the first one here, we've got reduce meltdowns and stop them before they happen. So here is module 1 in the course. I realized that after traveling, that a meltdown felt like, I knew what a meltdown felt like, and that I had developed a way to stop that feeling of a meltdown and apply it rapidly, right? So, you know, and then the second thing I want to cover here, because that was the first one, which is the meltdown aftermath, like how you can, you know, you can stop a meltdown aftermath. When you need to, you know, when you need people, or what you need from people around you when you're having a meltdown, is basically what this is. It's basically the support theory of practice. What you need people to do when and during you're having a meltdown, right? So now let me show you some of the people who have had a chance to go through this process already. So what I did is I demoed this out with a very small group of people, and here is what they actually had to say about it. So Mark was, Mark's amazing. Let me introduce you to him. So this is Mark Quint, and he said, amazing course, guys. It was packed full of helpful strategies, coping tools, and advice for people with autism. Has helped me and my family lots so far, and if I made another course, I would take that too. Mark's amazing. I absolutely love the guy, and it's just awesome. I love the guy. So then there's Steve, obviously. So your video is really insightful as a parent with the kids. It gives us a great look into a window and the types of scenarios that they are going through, which is amazing, right? And then you probably, this probably is my favorite. This is Guyla, and they said that, I've taught them a lot more in 1 year than a psychiatrist taught them in 45 years. I love that. Okay, and these are living proof that this works. So who does it work for? So I wanted to go back and make sure that you realize what this is for. This is for people who are on the spectrum and parents and caregivers of people on the autism spectrum. Okay, this is what it's for. So, so you might be thinking that you can get started. You can't get started with this because you don't have enough time to learn all this stuff and look after the person who you look after on the spectrum, or look after your own needs. And here's why that's a mistake, and that will hold you back from changing your own life. Okay, so back when I was in university, I was writing my first ever book. At the time, my dad was super sick, and I was having to study for an exam at the time, difficult. So you're writing a book, writing a dissertation, and taking my dad to hospital every single day. This was a lot, right? And it looked like it was just not going to happen. So when I realized that I could study my exam papers in the waiting room whilst waiting for my dad to finish his treatment, and then if I woke up just 30 to 20 minutes early every day, I could spend that amount of time writing my book before the day started, and then in the daytime I can work on my dissertation for my university work. It's all about prioritizing and short-term sacrifices. Like for me, it was like 30 minutes of sleep, right? But for long-term success, the program is short and precise, much like the execution. So you watch like 10 to 15 minutes of videos, and then you implement them and you learn as you go. So this course is perfect, absolutely perfect. So here we go, Inside Autism course. So then there is the module 2, creating a sensory successful life without triggers. This is super interesting, guys. I'm very, very excited about this one. Sorry guys, just my notes are going all over the place here. So I have extreme issues when I can't put cups down properly, and I don't know how what distance I am from edges of the side. So I drop cups all the time, or I walk into door frames. I don't open doors properly enough, to walk through them. And I was trying all kinds of stuff to rectify this issue, but it wasn't until I met with an occupational therapist, and she said, "Oh, it's a sensory issue, right? It's SPD." Then I realized that you could treat sensory processing disorder with proprioception methods, which became the sensory diet. So I've got these two lessons. Lesson 1 is sensory living, right? And there's all the kind of stuff that goes through sensory living. And then there's the sensory diet in lesson 2, which is absolutely amazing. And these are all going to be perfect for you guys, right? So if we stack these together, for reducing meltdown, stop happening, and then the module number 2, creating sensory successful life, it would actually be a value of £250. Pounds, and this is British pounds, but don't worry, this is not sales price or anything like that. I'm just giving you guys a value, kind of showing you a visual representation of the value. So here's a lovely picture of me at Venice Beach. I thought that if I'd known that I had sensory issues, I'd be able to cope and overcome them. This wasn't the case, right? So in actual fact, it wasn't until I realized that the cause and effect of sensory processing disorder that I was able to create a process to help and cope with sensory processing disorder. So a sensory processing disorder impacts so many aspects of life on the autism spectrum that I thought were all other issues. So having the trust to try it out, to realize that these strategies do work, gave me the ability to do more things, like taking pictures on Venice Beach in LA without having any meltdowns, right? Which is basically what you're seeing me doing here. And there's another cool picture of me doing a panel. So the creation of this framework and the entire course has taken me literally years, talking to people and learning, reading countless books, watching different videos, which is difficult with dyslexia for me because reading isn't easy. It cost me time with my friends and my family, and downtime with myself, because I knew that the world needed to get this, right? The world needed this. And like I said before, the doctors are trying to tell you one thing and they don't even have it. They don't even have autism. So how are they even ever going to tell you anything that you can really implement? But I'm glad that I have created this so I can help as many people as possible, just like you watching this video right now. So the third module is the self-building routine, achieving daily life success. This one's super cool as well. Love it. Cool picture of me on the beach. This framework was developed to create a smoothing off of the bumps in the road, and it came up after my birthday. Every year, I would travel to a city where I live close to, and I'd hang out there and have food and stuff for my birthday. But then there was always an issue. There was like, I don't know, there was always like something happening on the motorway, or our routine would kind of get disrupted, or the daily plan wasn't going right, etc. And this wasn't until I realized that everything that I needed to be analyzed first. And this is how I developed this framework, by analyzing the process of what I needed. So you got lesson one, which is, sorry, you got lesson one, which says lesson two. Lesson one, it may not be method. You got lesson two, which is the help method. And then you got lesson three, which is the plan A, B, and C, which is absolutely amazing. This is absolutely awesome, guys. And I'm really excited about this. So whoever the lucky people who get this, it's going to be awesome. So Inside Autism. Again, if you had all of those three modules that we just went through, it'd be £320 for the value of that, right? Okay, so here's a picture of me in university. When I first started my journey into becoming a university student, I figured there was no way I was going to be able to complete the course because of my learning type and my additional needs, right? But at the time, it was scary taking my first steps and doing something so big and overwhelming, giving all my issues and stuff. Then I met with the support staff and the mentors who made all the right adjustments for me and my needs. So with the right help and the right support, I was able to graduate with a degree in chemistry, which is what you can see here, which is absolutely fantastic. So Inside Autism course, let's go through the module 4, the social and emotional hacks to achieving tasks. This is awesome. Let's go through the framework, okay? So here's what we're going to cover in this one. Lesson 1 is social interaction hacks. Then lesson 2, express emotions. Lesson 3, the clumsiness reversal, very, very interesting. And then lesson 4, hacking anxiety. And then the key to calming down. These are all really interesting. So for years, I was always somebody who had issues with anxiety and being, confident enough to not fall over when I was in a situation where I needed to be interviewed, and being able to talk with confidence and socialize in situations with professional attitudes, right? But if you fast forward to 2019, not only was I talking at VidCon and in an event in LA, I was also interviewed by CNN about creating online businesses. And I achieved this when I thought I never would be able to do it. The key is very simple. Because I was already a performer playing music in front of people, I knew the skill that I needed to present in the manner that should be applied to daily life. And this is how I came up with this framework. It's super, super unique. So again, if you had all 4 of those modules, because you're £450. That's the value of these modules, right? So let's go through it again. So module 5, there's only 2 more, guys, so don't worry. Creating deeper connections. Okay, so we're all about those deep connections. Here's me and my son when he was only 1 year old. It's funny how we all forget how we were when we were younger, right? And the key to doing anything with young people, or understanding people who are learning from a new perspective, is to always think about how we were when we were younger. Hey, I remember all the times when I was a child, my mother and father were connecting with me on a level where I needed them to. They weren't really getting to the level where I needed them to be. They were connecting with me in a way where it was just not connecting. It wasn't. We weren't seeing eye to eye, and I knew exactly why, because of the lack of connection that I wasn't able to get. But I was able to retrofit this framework of strategies to teach people how to go about doing that in a way where they will actually connect with their loved ones. So, lesson 1, honest interaction. Lesson 2, the sync method, very important. And then lesson 3 is the 2 levels of deep understanding. This is going to be amazing. You guys are going to get so much value from this. It's ridiculous. So again, if we were to put all those together, that would be £520 worth of value there, which is, again, this is not sales price, guys. Don't worry. I'm just telling you values of things. Okay. So here we go. Second task module, the complete communication toolkit, including how to make friends. Super important. Super, super important. So lesson 1 is connecting the specific needs. Lesson 2, connecting your needs to other people. And then lesson 3 is how to make and maintain friendships. So, sorry, I'm going to note. It's getting hot in here. We all have needs in life, right? And those needs come from specific determining factors that we don't always understand, or we don't always communicate the best. I realized when I was starting meeting with people who are coming to talks and workshops who wanted to talk to me about specific needs they had, and I didn't understand where they were coming from because of the way that they were communicating it. And that's how I developed this system of strategies. So you can communicate effectively with anybody and anyone, wherever, whatever your needs are. So friendships are hard, and I'm not going to lie, I'll sit here and try and pretend to you that it's easy to make friends, but there is a strategy that I have used time and time again to increase long-lasting relationships and make new ones, and I want to share those with you on this course, which I know is going to be absolutely fantastic. So again, if I was to value all of the stuff so far, £670 it would cost to actually get your hands on all of this stuff if I was to sell it to you guys privately. Okay, so inside Autism, here's the last module, the ultimate confidence strategy for coping success, right? So here's the framework for this one. Lesson 1, the wake up self-awareness. Lesson 2, socializing success and strategies. Lesson 3, the eye contact method. And lesson 4, the living difference. And lesson 5, creating laser focus fast, which is super awesome, right? So there are so many factors that are caused by lack of focus or not understanding who you are, or are not on these factors to create roadblocks. So for people who wanted to socialize, or they want to be confident in their careers and stuff, there's so many issues there. And the funny thing about this is that I learned very quickly that it's all to do with the vehicle in which one is presented, and it's the mindset of the vehicle that just needs to change and is always like flicking a switch. I figured out this very early on when I was trying to come up with ways of workarounds for this type of problem. It's literally like flicking a switch. It's very interesting. So here we go. Here's it. So all of this combined is a total value of £790, right? But also with this course, you have exclusive tool pack. You got the relationship guide. You have an autism alert card, which is this thing right here. This is an autism alert card. And then you also have letter templates, and you also have the now and next printable cards, which are basically like learning like what's happening now and then what's going to happen next. So this is what it looks like. This is the exclusive tool pack, the relationship guide, the autism alert card, the letter templates, the now and next cards. And this all has a value of £187. I'm just showing you guys a value. This is not a sales price or anything. Don't worry. This is just a value. That's all it is, just a value. Now, let's put it all together. So we lumped it all together. Now it has a value of £997, which is a decent price. That's actually, a decent price, to be honest with you. So the value of this course. This is Inside Autism. So if all this program of strategies did was to get you to better understand your child or your world, to make life easier, would it be worth £997? Let me know in the chat. Now, obviously, I'm not going to charge you £997, but if I did charge £997 and all this did was change the way you understood your loved one and make life better, would it be worth it to you? Let me know in the chat, And and if all this did was teach you how to understand the information your autistic child needs you to know in like 10 minutes or less, would that be worth £997 to you, like a one-off payment? Of course, like I would definitely do it. But would you? Is it worth it to you? If all it did was show you how you can effectively impact your child's life and increase happiness while also learning and developing new coping skills, would it be worth £997 to you? So £1,000 for all of that, would it be worth? Would it be worth it to you to change your child's life? Would it be worth it to you to change your life, to make your life easier, to smooth out all those bumps in the road? Would it be worth it? Again, this is not the sales price. I'm not going to sell it at this price. I'm just asking you if it is worth it to you. Let me know. Say yes or no. Easy. So I had two choices with this. I could go the cheap option, as cheap as possible, and sell as many as possible. But the problem with that is that I couldn't stack value for you guys, right? I just couldn't do it. So I decided to go with the second option, which obviously requires a slightly higher investment on your end. But in exchange for that, I decided that there's more time and energy and resources that could help guarantee you success, right? So Let me move on from here. One of my favorite pictures. So if you have mastered the ability to communicate and understand yourself and your child on the autism spectrum while improving your life quality and happiness, what would that be worth to you at the end of the day? How much would you pay to have all of them areas covered in a quick amount of time? That's really what you're asking here. You can probably see why, people pay me thousands of pounds for simpler results from a one-to-one personal coaching level. But that's not, that's a cost and an investment. It's not really a cost, it's an investment. It's an investment from them. Okay, so you guys are gonna, and I'm loving the conversation in the chat. Thank you guys so much. Okay, so here it is. So, you've already seen how it's worth £997, right? And even at £997, which I charge the public, that's a great deal for all those things that would change and help you guys. But because of the coronavirus and the economy's in the toilet, and the fact that I want to help you guys as much as possible, I'm going to give it to you a very, very special offer. And here it is. Okay, so here we go. Now, let me put this into perspective for you. If you went to my regular website right now, you could buy this same product for £1,000, like £997. But because you're invested this time with me and you've proven that you really want to get results and making it a special offer just for this webinar, if you want, if you would hire me as a professional to do this for you, if you were to hire a professional to do it for you, you might even cost you £5,000 to £10,000 because you're learning how to do it yourself. And I'm going to give you all the tools and resources. It's happy, fast, and it's easy for you to pay £497 for this. So this is all it's going to cost. So let me ask you a question, okay? So at this point, if you have two choices here, you can choose to do nothing. And if you choose to do nothing with the information that you've just learned in half an hour, then you choose to do nothing with it. Or you can choose to take a leap of faith and just test it out and see if it works for you. And I know it will, actually. And here's something else for you guys. Let me take all of the risk away. And if you can always get your money back if you don't like it. There's no risk involved with it. There's a 30-day money back guarantee. This is a risk that I'm taking, and I'm allowing you guys to test it out. If you don't like it, you don't buy it. At the end of the day, that's it. So the real question is it worth gambling a few minutes of your time to check this out? Even if it only does half of what I've claimed it does today, it will 100% pay for itself, won't it? I mean, you guys already know the value of this. We see it again. So this is what we've got. We've got the reduced meltdown, stop them happening, create sensory strategies for life without triggers, the self-building routine, achieving your life success, social and emotional hacks, creating a deeper connection with your child, the complete communication toolkit, including how to make friends, the ultimate confidence strategy for coping success. Then the exclusive tool pack with a relationship guide, the autism alert card, the letter templates, and the now next printable card. All of this for £497. Absolutely. This is just awesome, guys. This is so cheap, and I wanted to do this for you guys. So I actually have something very, very exclusive to check in. So here are some exclusive bonus items. Just because you're on the live right now, because you're here with me right now, I'm going to give you guys these bonus items. Okay, you will also get access to the audio version of the course, which is valued at £97. You'll get a PDF book version of the course that's worth £17. Then you also get the social interaction blueprint mini course, which is available for £97. But all of this is free with the course when you buy it. So here's the kicker, guys. Literally, you have all of these here now, all of these offers. You've got your modules, your 7 modules. Then you have the tools pack with the relationship guide, autism alert card. And these autism alert cards get shipped out to you, by the way. These are plastic cards that you carry in your wallet. This is not a printout. This is an actual card. And then this gets shipped out to you. So it tells you all about autism at the back there. And so if you're in trouble, tell someone that you're autistic. Yeah, so that's that one. But there's only this offer. I'm telling you right now, with everything, with the live bonuses, with the audio version of the course, the PDF version of the course, the social interaction blueprint course, which is absolutely fantastic for people on the spectrum and for parents to teach their children on the spectrum. This is all available for the next 30 minutes. You guys have 30 minutes to go to learnautism.net right now /get and get this offer. So, guys, it's up to you. You're going to make this choice or what? I'm here to answer any questions you guys have for the next kind of 10 minutes or so. If you want to go through any questions with me, let me know. Get out as many places as possible. Thank you. This should be a course for professionals as well as parents. It is. So the course actually, the course is available for professionals as well. We're in talks with some professional bodies, but they're not going to get it at the discount price that you guys are getting it for, because this is just for you. You're getting all of this right now. You're getting all 7 of these modules, which are going to absolutely change your life. Then you're going to get the tools pack, which is the relationship guides, the awesome alert cards, the letter templates, and the now and next cards. And then you get the live bonuses because you're here with me right now on this live. So the audio version of the book is going to be amazing, so you can listen to it in your leisure. Then you've got the PDF version of the book, which you can read on your iPhone or whatever you want. And then you get the social interaction blueprint mini course, which is also available to you because you are on this live with me right now. And I'm absolutely so humbled that you guys are actually here with me live right now. So do you have any questions about this? Anybody got any questions? I'm here to answer questions about this offer. Guys, I'm super stoked. I'm stoked. Okay, question. What is a now and next card? So a now and next card is it's a piece of it's like a printout that says now, like a title saying now, and then the title saying next, and it says basically the instructions are if we're doing this now and then we're going to do this next. So you write or draw a picture on the now part saying like we're doing this now and then we're doing this next. I will also suggest to watch a YouTube show, Autism Live. They talk about, have a guest answers questions about different issues. Yep. Anybody got any questions about the course level, about the course, sorry, the Learn Autism Inside Autism course right now available for you guys. I'm quite excited about it. This is like an exclusive for you guys. And do you know what's interesting as well? I've not seen a course like this anywhere on the internet. You can get this anywhere. You can do it from the comfort of your own home. You can like do it in a car or a train. Like you have access to all of this for just £497. Absolute bargain, absolute steal. So, oh, you're more than welcome. Yeah, it actually comes with so many things. There's so many different pieces with this. You know, the actual kind of guide itself tells you how to do all the things that you get with the bonuses. And I just love it. I think that this is going to be so life-changing for people, especially, you know, having it as just £497. Just yeah, so awesome. But yeah, it is. It's good. It's the people who had this program have had great results from it, and it's all about helping people overcome challenges in their life. And so I really appreciate you guys just taking a few minutes to check it out. Like I said, you know, there's no risk on it. There's no risk because if it doesn't work, if you feel like it doesn't work or it's a load of rubbish, you get your money back. It's easy peasy. But if it does work, then you've just spent a very, very small investment changing your entire life. I mean, it's a life changing is crazy good, crazy good. And it's all about changing lives. You know, it's all about doing those things in our life to help, to help people. Where's Indy? I have no idea what you mean. You guys are awesome. Okay, any questions about this course before I end the stream? You guys have got 30 minutes to go. You better go and get it. If you want the course, you better go and check it out. Anybody watching this on the replay, from the time that you see this card on the replay, you still have 30 minutes to check it out. Yep, we're that clever. Okay, any questions about the course? Any questions about any part of the course at all? It's a lot of value. A lot of value. Super stoked about it. You guys are awesome. Cool. All right, no questions. Okay, guys, you guys have been amazing. Thank you so much for joining this stream. I will see you guys in tomorrow's video.